Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
It's William and Andrew here from Allegory Gallery, and it's a late night.
Late night edition.
Late night edition, late night Thursday. I was thinking it was Friday. It's not even Friday. It's late night Thursday. And it's going to be a pizza night for us once this is over too. We've got it ready. And by ready, I mean in the freezer, ready to go in the oven.
I preheated the oven.
Oh, good. Even better.
So that it can be one with our mouth full.
Much more quickly. So how are you all doing?
Tired.
That's the general consensus around here. So hello. If you're here, I have one person watching so far. So hello, person. Thank you for joining in. If you are here and you are tuning in, please say hi. Let us know in the comments. We love to see that you're here. You can say where you're tuning in from. You can say what you had for dinner. Since we're talking about dinner, you can talk about how excited you are to see these African beads and bead strands from Andrew's personal collection, his personal stash. Hey, there's my mom. Hi there.
Is she the one person?
I was going to say, we're up to 8 now.
Oh, I was like, wow,
yeah,
just
caught
your mom.
on fast. Unless that's the other Rebecca Jones from the other side of the country that placed some orders with us that freaked me out the one day. Cheryl is here. Hello, Cheryl. Shepley is here saying hello. I love African beads. We do too.
So I should say that, so there's two things that happen. One of the things is at one point I was going to make a whole line of jewelry, and most of it was is like talisman based, and a lot of it was going to have African jewelry. So I have a lot of African beads. We used to go every year to African Village. And so over the years, I have quite a few African beads.
Yes.
The other thing is that we were organizing the back room, as many of you know. Did you do a tour of the back room yet? You kind of did.
Not
last
really.
night.
I showed some of your artwork around the back room, but I didn't do a tour of the back room.
So one of the things we also did is we moved stuff from the back room and we moved it into the garage. And so I've been kind of, when I have a minute, I go into the garage and I kind of like...
Garage diving?
I kind of judge because I would love to park our car in the winter, and winter is coming. So I've been trying to do a little here, a little there. And then I found this huge box of African beads that we bought at one point, and I don't know what happened. Like, it just went into...
That happens sometimes.
It
goes into never... Sometimes they get unloaded, like, temporarily. And then it's with a bunch of stuff that really is like storage containers and things like that. And we think we get everything.
Old yogurt container.
Right. And then you realize you didn't. Did you ever put anything in storage temporarily and then you kind of forgot about it?
Yeah. And
we try not to do that with too much.
I looked at it and I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. So we have stuff for you tonight, and we're going to have stuff for you tomorrow night. So this is going to be part 1 and part 2.
And I thought I was going crazy, y'all, because I was like, where are those bees we bought? And Mom was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
And inevitably, you know, sometimes, I mean, you hear horror stories like that you left Tucson without a package or it didn't make it. And, you know, sometimes that happens too.
When I left my sister's house from going home from there, I was not in the best mental space. Like, there was some stuff that went down, and I just like decided to go home early.
Yes, he did.
And
there's another. I'm on my way, and I'm like, you were supposed to not leave yet.
Yeah, and so I did leave a bunch of stuff there, and I know there's stuff in their garage.
So Cecilia's here with us. Teresa's here. My mom says no, it's Mom. Good. Cindy says, hello, Northern California present. No dinner yet. Well,
Early for y'all.
yeah, right. Probably is early. What time is it? 9, 8:76. So 6:30. That's getting to be maybe dinner time. That's when my grandparents on my mom's side, always dinner at 6. It was like 6 p.m. My grandfather came in, generally, no matter what he was doing outside, oftentimes came in, ate dinner, and sometimes took a nap, and then went back out to work in the fields and in the forests, depending on if the days were long enough or not, or just went back out and then went to bed early. But it was like 6 o'clock. It was like that was
I wonder
dinner
what
time.
that's like.
I know, to have an actual time when you prepare for
The
dinner,
eating.
the eating time
It's like at the retreats I
that
go
would
to.
fuel us through the rest of the night instead of us hanging on till we're like, I need food. I don't know what that's like.
Gently weeping while
Gently
you cook.
weeping while you cook and finish this live. I'm gonna be crying by the end.
You'll be fine.
See, I have such good encouragement. My cheerleader over there. You'll be fine.
I am very, very motivational.
That was a Barnaby tale. If you all saw that, Barnaby loves to sit on my lap. You can't see it, but he's here. He likes to sit on my lap during the lives.
Even when you're not here and I play the lives, he comes and he sits on my lap and he'll watch with me.
Watches. That's sweet. Anne is here. Hello, Anne. Lennis is with us. Hello, Lennis. We got our late night crew. I'm starting to see
Who comes on at night?
yeah, who's the late night crew and who's the mid-afternoon crew. Yeah. Janice is here with us. Hello, Janice. So these are African beads. In some cases, we have strands. In some cases, we have broken these strands apart if we felt that the price per strand may be a little bit high.
We also broke the strands up in case there were some really rare ones. That way, not just one person gets it all.
Right.
So everybody gets a little something.
Yeah. And then some strands we left whole.
Mm-hmm.
And
the
some
ones
strands
that we had a lot of.
Usually a lot of, or we left some higher dollar strands whole too, which we'll get to at the end of today, if I last. But they are, he's like, you'll be fine. So yeah, I think you're gonna like what we've got. We're gonna go a little fast, maybe during some parts of this. Because we have a number of strands that are similar, but we don't
tell you.
Yeah, we'll tell you when we get there. They're similar, but they're different enough that we didn't want to say this is what you're getting. So, and I think people like to pick their own. So there will be a lot of strands that are similar. We're going to do this all by email, by lot number. So if you do see a lot that you like and you claim that one, you can also say, if I don't get this one, I would like this one. Because knowing that you have a replacement in mind really helps, in case somebody just happens to get that same strand, because there's only one of each when we do it this way. So if you have another one in mind that you're like, oh, I'll take this one or that one, that really helps too. So, and you can do that via email. Like you send one in and say, okay, I want, these are going to be AB for African beads. So let's say I want AB 23, and then you see 26 later that you're like, oh, if I don't get 23, you can send that and say, if I didn't get AB 23, please send AB 26. Now, phrase it that way though, because if you say AB 23, AB 26, and you just send emails for those, I'm going to invoice you for all of them that you get. All right.
It's not you picking.
Yeah. So please make sure you let me know if this is an alternate or if this is just, I want this too, because these strands are great prices and a lot of you may want multiples, to be 100% honest with you.
I picked a lot of these to go together. So
yeah. You'll see how they coordinate, or are similar, or if you mixed and matched them, they would work.
You can also probably tell when I bought them because I had definitely color schemes in mind. Pantone.
But they'll still work now. Don't worry.
I mean, some of these are hundreds, if not thousands, of years old. So,
When Pantone wasn't a thing yet.
correct. So
Yeah. No, but they will coordinate. Many of these will coordinate within each other to, if you're making jewelry sets. So that's the nice thing with a lot of these is they're good mix and match. They'll coordinate really well. They're really, I think, well priced.
I think so.
And
I got a deal on them, so I'm passing that along.
Yeah. Like we do. Like we always try to do for you. Danette is with us. Hello, Danette. Thanks for tuning in. Teresa says we'll try to watch tomorrow night from your hotel room. Nice.
Who is it?
Teresa Ramsdale.
Oh,
Maryland trip. Yeah, so that'll be, hopefully you'll get to watch because we're going to have some nice stuff tomorrow too.
How far is that from here? Ocean City.
I don't know.
Are you passing by?
Andrew's like, are you stopping? It's like, I won't be here tomorrow.
Sheila's coming tomorrow.
Sheila's coming home. Andrew's going to pick her up and drop her off at home.
In
Cleveland. And maybe stay. Maybe not. So he's still not sure if he's going to stay the night or just come back home.
Yesterday I was driving everywhere, driving so many errands.
Yeah.
And I kind of am getting, how you call, burnt out.
Yeah. So he will be, he definitely won't be here for the live.
I'm leaving notes on stuff.
Yeah, Andrew's leaving notes because I don't know all of these African bead names. So he's leaving me notes on them. And if you do have questions more deeply for any of these, you can email us too. Okay. Tri Terry is here with us. Hello, Tri Terry. Sorry, I don't know if you, are you one of our regular viewers out there. Sometimes I don't recognize names when switching from YouTube, Facebook, and all that. So thank you for joining us. If you're not regular, thanks for joining us new. We like that too. Hopefully you'll like what we do. We talk a lot. Let's say that. We talk a lot usually first, and then we get down to business. But we're going to get down to business pretty quick today because we haven't eaten dinner yet.
My stomach's growling.
Stomachs are growling. Barnaby's getting nice and warm on my lap.
I'm getting cozy.
A little cozy lap cat. He's going to put me to sleep. Nothing like a little warm cat in your lap, right? So
I wish Gertie was like that.
Gertie is a wiggle worm. Wiggle. She does not stop wiggling. That Gertie's one of our new kittens. And I think soon to be Andrew's favorite, if not favorite now. Barnaby says, I'm fine right here. It's like, I got my favorite. You can have yours.
No, Gilbert, no.
Now Gilbert is, he's like, who's the favorite now? Golden Daddy?
Don't worry.
But Gertie does not sit still. Ever.
No, not at all. I'm like, are you like a shark? if you stop moving or you can't breathe anymore?
I know, right? It feels like it. She's constantly in movement. But her sister Ida Bell slept in the bed for a good part of a few nights ago. Mm-hmm. I kept looking over and Ida Bell was still in the bed. I was like, because normally they have to sleep in their room because they're wild still. But Ida Bell, she stayed in the bed pretty well. Even though we were dozing, she didn't try to run around. Gertie could not do that.
No, she'd be tearing stuff up.
And Tallulah was not too bad the one night.
No, she gets where she gets bored at a certain point and then starts messing with the other cats.
Mm-hmm. If she's just with Ida Bell, they kind of hang out together and rest. But if Gertie comes in or any of the big cats come in, she wants to play. She wants to play. She wants to run. But she and Ida Bell, even when I release them into the whole house and let them have their way, oftentimes I'll see her and Ida Bell just kind of chillaxing.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Oh, Barnaby, he's trying to.
He's like, you talking about sweetness?
He's like, you want to see some sweet right here?
Available. So who's watching now?
Anybody new? We got 21 people watching. If you haven't said hi
really?
in the comments, I know that's 21 for this time at 22 for this time of night. That's pretty good, y'all. 23 now.
Wow.
Hey. I'm just going to keep saying the number. It seems to go up every time I do.
99?
8,600? Wow.
1 million?
We ain't got enough bees for 1 million viewers. But
gotta act quick.
I sure would love that. There'd be a great chance of selling out that night. But yeah, no, thank y'all who tune in. We really appreciate it. Gesundheit.
Thanks.
And we hope you like what we do. We are all about community, whether that's in person or online. Building that community, that creative community, and building a place where you can feel safe to make things, to explore your creativity, to ask questions. That's what it's really about. And
I will say this. I'm not an expert, but I do really like them. So I know more than some people, but probably less than others.
So Andrew knows some things about some beads. That's what he's saying.
Well, the one vendor, I was like, how much is this? And then he said a price. I was like, I was like, because I know I can get this for this much. And he's like, oh, so you know the beads.
Uh-huh.
And then I got different prices.
You got better prices. Right.
I'm not saying they're trying to be shady, but sometimes they're trying to make $1. And they'll say sometimes crazy prices.
Yeah.
If they think you, like sometimes when we roll up to a booth, we got like 2 suitcases that we can barely lift up.
Yeah, they know we've been shopping.
And if they know that credit card is hot, then they're going to try to get it too.
Yes. And sometimes because they don't know if it's a retail or wholesaler too. That's the other thing.
Usually we go to people we know.
Yeah.
Sometimes we try new people out.
Yeah, you gotta try new people once in a while, right? And moved over to YouTube. Thank you. Either way, it's great for us. We appreciate it. Dennis says, "Oh, the cats and their own little personalities. Love it. It's true, right? It's true." Pat is tuning in from North Carolina. Hello, Pat. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Which Pat?
Pat McKean Moore. And Shepley says, "I don't know much, just if I like something." Well, hopefully we can enlighten you sometimes, once in a while, from time to time, about the beads. We have found, when people come into our store, they are used to big box stores, not naming any, but they're used to big box stores where they go in and they look around and they don't expect much help. And I can tell that oftentimes because I try and strike up conversations, and sometimes they look at me funny, like, why is this person talking so much to me about how the weather is or why I'm here in Ligonier? But we're just like we are on camera in person too. We're like, so why are you here? Why did you come to town? What are you doing? You hanging out with friends?
I'm like this. Where'd you eat?
Where'd you eat? Yeah, that's another good question.
Where'd you get this good?
We like to ask where they've been in town, what they've seen so far. But we also like to share our knowledge of anything they're looking at. And sometimes I'm a little bit much maybe because I'm like, oh, that bookcase you're looking at, that's our artisan collection. And those are all friends of ours that we buy beads from, and they all are handmade. And it's like every time they jump to a new table, oh, that's our vintage pearl collection. We got that from the 80s and the 90s, and you'll see this and that and this. And maybe sometimes it's overkill for people, but we have found that people who buy our things to specifically make things for shows or for selling, even when they're making gifts for friends, we have found that it seems to be more important to them, more important than as annoying as I could be, maybe. It's more important that they actually know where things are coming from and how things are made so that they can, share that knowledge. And everyone likes to feel like they're, contributing. And when you're making something for someone as a gift or to sell, I think it's really great when you can pass that knowledge along. Pat says, you guys have been great. Have great info on the gemstones and tips on the best beads. Thank you. We try to. Sandra's with us from Sweet Pea Gemstones. Thank you, Sandra. Janice says, one of these days I will get to your store. We want everyone to come to our store. Everyone should just make a trip to Ligonier and come to the store. Maybe not all at once, or maybe all at once. We'll just fill the town with bead people.
We've done it.
We've done it before. We haven't done it since the pandemic, but we've done it before. We've had a number of world-renowned teachers and makers come to Ligonier, where we've done creative retreat weekends and pulled in people from all over.
It's
people
so funny
flown in from all over.
Like Christy Friesen, she did her world tour, and it's like London, Paris, Sydney, Australia,
Ligonier, Pennsylvania. But we were in there. We made that happen.
It's so funny because like people come from all over to come and visit.
So we've done it before, y'all. You never know what we got up our sleeves, right? Sometimes we don't until it shakes loose. Danette says, you guys are genuine. I appreciate all your help and advice. Thank you. We appreciate your support. All right, y'all. I'm going to get started. Normally we would talk for like 40 to 50 minutes, but we got food to eat. We got pizza to heat.
Our stomachs, if you can't hear it in the background,
I'm surprised. I would be surprised.
In the chorus.
And you know what? I'm even hungrier for that pizza now. And you know why? Because it was buy one, get one free, y'all.
What?
Our dinner's going to cost less than a 10 spot tonight.
Nice.
Who loves that? I do.
I like to get a deal,
That's
y'all.
right. It's less than $8
He's
for our
like me, where
less than $8 for our 2 pizzas tonight.
I know, right? Some of you can even get maybe personal pan from delivery.
No, you couldn't do that. No, definitely. All right. So it's scrolling along the bottom how you can claim tonight. And usually when I say this, I'm at a place where it hasn't started yet. So let's just pause. All right. So to purchase from this video, take down each lot number that you would like and send it to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. So that's like just copy and paste info@allegorygallery.com. Please do not reply to your own emails to resend them or forward them, or just start a new one every time. Makes things super easy on our end. Well, easier. The system is not easy in any way necessarily, but we made it work and it works for us. So send us an email, copy and paste info@allegorygallery.com. That's the way I would do it. Put the lot number in the subject line. You don't have to put it in the body of the email. Just throw it in the subject line. So if you want the first lot tonight, it's going to be AB1. Put AB1 in the subject line and hit send. You don't have to say I want or bin or anything like that. Just sending that to us is a confirmation that you want that. All right, we try and make it as easy on you as possible. And with that said, here we go. Let me flip the camera around. It's just going to take a few seconds to do that. As I move the stand, flip the camera, go into the settings, and we're not fancy here, y'all. Not yet.
I aspire.
And our camera went blank. I don't know why. Let's try. There it is. Camera's here. All right, Barn. I'm sorry, buddy, but Daddy's got to go do work. All right.
Time to make the donuts.
Time to make the donuts, right? Boy, that's an oldie but goodie.
I could use some Dunkin'.
All right. Let's put our very...
Like that.
Huh? our very fancy light screen
How you like that?
called a piece of paper, our very fancy measuring device called a penny.
It's a good quality penny, y'all.
That's not even my 1 cent, my wheat penny.
No. Somebody said, "What money is this?" I instantly aged.
You instantly aged with the wheat penny.
They're like, "I don't recognize that."
Well, you're missing out.
And I was like, "Oh."
Susan, hey, that's our neighbor, says no Barnaby Tale. You missed the Barnaby Tale earlier.
He's staring at you.
Sandra says, well, I just woke up. Now you're making me hungry. That's nice. That's nice. Jeanette has a question between Fireline and Softlex. We'll talk about that later. Send me an email, Jeanette. We can discuss the differences between that and what you need.
They're two different things.
Totally two different things. Do not use one for the other.
One is for stringing.
Yeah. Don't use one for the other in general. Dennis says, sweet, buy one, get one free pizza. That's right. That's right. And Lennis moved over to YouTube so I could close all my browsers. I'm ready. All right.
Ready?
I am ready. Let's get this party started, y'all. Are you ready to get the party started? I'm ready to get the party started. Whoop. These are little... Okay. AB1. These are from Kenya.
I love these beads.
These are from Kenya. These are batik dyed bone.
If you don't know what batik is, it's a resist process where they take wax and then they dye, and wherever there's wax, it leaves the blank spot.
So these stars would have been waxed, and then they dyed the bone.
And then they heat it up and the wax melts off.
So, just to give you, so on our labels, this is lot, AB1. This is how much it is per lot. I have some notes written here that you can maybe see, maybe not see, but that's what I'm reading off to you. And then this number down here, which is a 5, poorly written, but the number in a circle is how many of this lot we have available. All right, so you know if you would like to get, right now you're getting 8 of these beads in the lot for $5. You get 8 beads for $5. It's a good deal, right? If you want 16 beads, you just send us an email that says AB1 times 2. All right, we can go up to 5. It is first come, first serve. And however those emails pour in, hopefully pour in, that's how it works, right? So as those emails come into the inbox, that's how we do it. So these are the batik dyed bone, and you can see the holes there.
They're pretty small for holes.
Yeah, these are actually pretty small for African beads. But so I would not, you might get 1 millimeter leather, but I don't think you're going to get 2.
It's soft enough material that if you needed to, you could drill it out.
So there you go. You could drill your own larger holes if you wanted to.
I'm not doing that, just so you know.
We're not, yeah, we don't do that for you.
He mentioned that we were on a video once, and he was like, "Oh, you could blah blah blah," and somebody got fixated with that. We were gonna do that for them, and so they kept sending us stuff. Oh, I remember what it was. It was polishing, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I can polish that up before we pop it in the box." They sent a huge box to polish. I was like, I did not say this.
No, we don't accept outside
I did
commissions
not say
for
this.
polishing, right? No. Dennis says, okay, I'll try to stop and we can talk about the difference. I did hear you say one for stitching example, or the mandalas, the other for beading. Softlex is for stringing. Fireline is for seed beading. Do not. Well, you can put seed beads on a string too, but if you are bead weaving, you are doing this kind of stuff. This kind of stuff is the Fireline.
So one is made of plastic and one is made of steel.
Yes.
So there you go. All right.
Anyways. All right. Next, AB1.
I love those. If y'all know me, I love stars. So there you go.
Star Cottage Studio, y'all.
That may have been for that. I was gonna make a whole bunch of necklaces with stars on them.
Right, necklaces, earrings, everything.
And those are not super heavy either. So if you wanted to
No,
make
bone
some,
is pretty light.
comparatively.
All right, next up, AB2. These are Molly Spindle Whirl Clay Beads. All right. And you're going to get 5 beads for $10. They're $2 a bead.
And it's a random assortment.
It is a random assortment
You
as
don't
far
get
as the
to pick.
design. We are not taking pictures of all of them.
No.
You get a random assortment just like we have here. This is the first of the 6 random assortments that we have available.
We were gonna sell the whole strand, but then it got kind of expensive. So
Yeah, when you figure 6 times 5, that's 30, and then you have that'd be like $60. That's maybe a little bit more than most people want to spend on these, unless you really want a whole strand of these.
then
And if you
claim
do,
them all.
claim all 6 at lots. We figured you can do it that way. Price is going to be the same whether we break it up or whether we charge by the strand. We don't.
I love those.
Yeah.
They're made of a ceramic clay, and these are used when they're making thread for cloth.
Right.
So it's a spindle whirl.
Molly Spindle Whirl Clay Beads.
I don't actually know how that is. I have a big recollection that I watched a video about it, but
Okay, so that was AB2. AB2.
We've got some really cool old beads coming up. First, you got the one with the one bright one.
Well, I wanted to show that someone's going to get one bright one. This is AB3. So these are Bohemian Collodante beads. Collodante, Bohemian Collodante beads.
They're actually from the Czech Republic.
So there you
They're
go.
around there. Bohemia. Not just like Bohemian, like, oh, I go to music festivals.
It's like boho.
Boho.
It's real.
No, they're actually come out Bohemia.
So you're getting 5 of these beads for $8. There are 4 lots available at $8 each.
And only this lot has the bright one.
Yeah, so you can see this one right here is brighter. If you don't want the brighter one, you can let us know. I'll try to accommodate if possible, but I don't think that it's that much of a difference that it's gonna throw everything off. But if you do, that's okay, and you can let us know. So this is AB3, $8 for the lot of 5. And these are, again, Bohemian Collodante beads. We have 4 lots available at this price and style.
All right. Up next, y'all gonna get some. It's gonna be a lot of similar.
Oh, we're starting into it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the first strand. I think I'm going to move my camera up just a little bit to get the whole strands. So we're going to go quick. All right.
Quick like a bunny.
That's right. These are Ghana Sandcast beads. Let me show you. We'll talk a little bit more about the first one, and then we have like 20 lots of these that we're going to go through pretty quickly. So generally they're a yellow kind of background color, and they have the green stripe. Sometimes they'll have some different colors on them. You are getting the whole strand. Some of these beads are a little bit longer and shorter. Some are, chopped up more. Some may be twice as long as this. So
here's another thing. If you have never bought African beads before, just know, especially with the old ones, sometimes there's chips, sometimes there's dings, sometimes it looks dirty. We've done our best to pick out anything that was super broke or super dirty. We've washed them. So
yeah, these are as clean as we're going to get them. and as nice as we're going to get them, but there are still oftentimes chips, and it's because of the way that they're made.
Yeah. So don't think that you're getting a defect.
Yeah, don't think of it as a defect. Think of it as part of the process,
character.
part of the character. So these are approximately 22-inch strands. All right, and that's going to be for the whole pretty much next 20 or 30 strands. They're about the same length. AB4 is this particular one. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them, I'm going to show them to you real quick up close like this. We're going to go over the strand itself, and then we're going to put it back in the bag, and we're going to move on to the next. So get ready for some quick fire time.
Quick for us.
Yeah, quick for us. We still may pause and chat, we say it, and then we end up getting. So this is AB5. Was that AB5? That was AB4, right?
Huh? That was AB4.
Okay, so we're at AB5. See? I already did it. So these have the double green.
So these, the molds, they take the glass and they powder it, and it's called a frit. Not a frit, because that's a different thing, but frit. And that means powdered glass. And then they pack the molds in a certain way. And when the molds are heated, then the glass fuses. Now there are some processes where for the holes, what they'll do is they'll put the stem of a cassava plant, and when the stem burns out, it creates a natural hole in the bead. I don't know if these ones have it or not, or if they're just packed.
And I will say these are pretty large hole. I'm going to show you like what is fitting through there.
That's
so
raffia.
There, yeah, that's probably a 1.5 at least, or 2 millimeter leather hole if you're going through them.
Yeah, these past 3 ones are kind of similar. This one is different.
Yeah, this one coming up is a little different to those ones.
And these are probably the ones that I thought was going to be like gonna make a whole big line.
Collection.
And so I bought a lot that kind of go together.
So yeah, these are great for mixing and matching. And it's $16 for a 22-inch strand. We think you're getting a great deal on those.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of beads on each strand.
Mm-hmm. This one is kind of like this. Also, I got a better deal buying by the hand. So
yeah.
That's another reason.
And that means you all get a better deal too.
Mm-hmm. And I was looking online, and these go anywhere for $10, which I don't think they're as good quality, up to $30. So
yeah, we just tried to get them in the middle there for you.
And we took what we paid and put that into the formula.
Yep. And these are some really nice quality items.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I picked them all by hand.
Right? They were for a project for him. So you were getting stuff. I mean, not that we would pick worse for anybody else, but these were actually going to be in a collection for him.
Well, also, if I see something busted, I'm not going to just buy it.
No.
You know? Some people, when they buy stuff, they don't look at it. And we don't have a ton of money. So whenever we buy stuff, we have to pick like the very best for the amount of money we have.
Yeah. And this one is a little bit brighter yellow, and you can see it has a few different styles on it as well. AB9.
Like a mellow yellow.
Call me mellow yellow.
I almost puked when I found the box in the garage.
This is part of the garage box.
Because I was like, you mean we've been sitting on this for over a year? That one's kind of like the first 3.
Mm-hmm. Are y'all okay with this quick fire? Y'all not getting seasick over there?
We're not going that fast. Hold on.
Just no one's saying anything. I hope you're all busy claiming strands, but
Yeah.
this one's definitely different.
Uh-huh.
AB11.
I wish there was a way that we could stream what we're watching for people. Because there's whole documentaries, and they're to get the documentaries on how these are made is kind of a pain. And they're also awfully expensive. I was like, why is this DVD like $100?
Dennis says, I like it fast.
Instead of us slowly talking about each.
I know, right?
As a small child, I used to pick butterscotch out of my grandma's purse.
These are really cool. These are some of the bigger-ish in this kind of grouping. We're gonna have bigger ones and smaller ones coming up, but
yeah, if you don't like yellow,
these are some of the bigger ones here.
This is probably not.
Yeah, if you're not a fan of yellow, sorry y'all, there's a lot of yellow here.
There's a lot of yellow. I was really into this mustard, Pantone.
But it's also in a lot of the African beads too.
Mm-hmm. But for what I was doing with them, it was mostly yellow stuff. Because I was gonna pair this with like amber and stuff, and.
But it's such a good. I think this color is a good neutral color to use, though, especially when you're dealing with the African beads.
Mm-hmm. It goes with a lot.
It goes with a lot.
I didn't realize.
Anne says, "Same, Linus, same." Jeanette says, "I think they are pretty. I think they're pretty too."
Mm-hmm. We should have probably thought about this.
Thought about what?
Because some of them are very similar.
It's all right. So I said, if you see one, you're like, if I don't get that one, I want that one. That's fine. We just, sometimes it's always nice to have the choice. Like if you pick something and you're like, it's not quite the same, or it wasn't the same length, or they were a little bit different. I fall in love with the character of things.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, like these are just a little bit smaller than some of the other ones, and I kind of like that.
Brown.
Yeah, this has a little bit more brown in it. This one, I feel like these are a little bit more rounded in some ways.
Like me. Not straight up and down anymore.
None of us are anymore, right?
I don't know.
Unless we work hard at it, I guess. I guess some people don't have to work that hard at it. Yeah, this is definitely a different live show than we normally do, right? If y'all have been with us for a while, you know it's usually, and then this bead, and then this one, which is great, right? Sometimes. But if we did that on every strand,
no.
Or usually I try and wait till Andrew's done with his sentence to switch to the next thing.
No.
And this one, it's like, we are not doing that.
I mean, you can tell them the lot number.
AB17. Kaz says, any idea on size? Well, they're all different.
Mm-hmm. They're handmade.
They are handmade. So, for example, these are anywhere from about 10 centimeters to maybe 7 or 8. Not centimeters, millimeters. That's why we try to have this here, but I know I'm holding them up, which makes it a little bit distorted. I'll try and put them, at least set the strand down before
that's a common strand because we got the Hank. So
yeah, that's a good general idea.
I mean, if you want every bead, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It'd be here, and you'd be like,
you would not want us to do that.
This one is 8.73 millimeters by 4.67345.
And it's like, I can't even read that on the ruler.
No, that's called digital calipers, dude. No, we should have probably grouped these.
It's all right. We're doing just fine.
You know, I don't want people to get bored.
It's okay. We still got 23 people watching.
They'll be like, oh, the dang yellow and green beads again.
Well, you never know. Like I
Dang
said,
quesadilla.
like I particularly like these ones right here on this strand.
Mm-hmm.
And there's more green kind at the tops than at the bottoms. Like there's no green on the bottoms but the tops, or vice versa. So each one's a little different. You might find the character that you like the best. And there's a lot of them, so if you're taking notes and be like, I think I like 17 the best, and you're like, I like 19 better. You don't have to send that email right away, but it is first come, first serve, so keep that in mind.
Dang quesadilla.
You doing?
Name that movie. Do you know that movie?
I don't know that movie. And so here's like an idea, like when we say they're not perfect, like right there. That was obviously chipped, but then they're tumbled or whatever they do to them, and it looks like that. And that's the way they are. And that's just the nature of these beads. And I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Like these are not, you're not making patterns with these beads, y'all. Or at least not seed bead like patterning, where everything fits together just right.
Not these ones. But African seed beading is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they have their own stitches. Yeah, and these ones, since we have so many of those yellow and green ones, we're going quick through them.
Yeah.
Now, here we're going to slow in the boat a little bit.
Slow the boat? Are we there?
No.
No.
But we're going to slow the boat for this one, because I like it. And then we can look at each individual bead. Some of them, though, especially with the antique trade beads, you really do want to look through all of them. Because I found a strand and it had one Dutch opalescent bead, and I was like, okay, this was not going in.
He's like, this one stays in the collection.
Golden Daddy's Delight.
So
I told William, I was like, I'm not selling all my everything I have. He was like, what about this one? And I said, put that down. Act like it's hot.
He did have to tell me a few times. I'm like, I bet somebody would love these. He's like, yeah, me.
Correct. Me. Andrew T.
Andrew TT.
Andrew TT up in here said, put that down before I slap
He's
your
like,
hand.
ATT called, said, put it down.
Correct. Ring, ring. Not today.
All right. Oh, this is a little bit different too.
Yeah, the last batch kind of looked like candy corn, some of them.
Janice is going to have to finish on replay. Got my flu and COVID shot this afternoon, starting to fade out. Well, happy fading, and hopefully you have a great night.
I need to get my booster before I go down.
This one's definitely different. You got these multi-color.
Those are more stripes.
Stripies through them.
And
they're
also love
a little
stripes.
bit longer too. These are a little bit longer. These are going up to about 15, maybe even 18 millimeter lengthwise.
They're more tube shaped.
Yeah. And is the strand longer? The strand's even a little bit longer. You're getting up there to about 24 inches instead of 22 inches on some of these.
Did you know that striped fabric used to be called the devil's cloth?
Really?
Mm-hmm. Apparently it was too sensational.
Too sensational. Caught the eye of the devil.
I don't know if it's because of that, or maybe it's like the optical illusion.
Okay,
Wait, what happened? Whoops. What?
Wait, where are we at?
This one, 24.
24 first.
For a break, we're gonna have a break.
One break in between.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we have AB 24. These are watermelon chevron beads. Collector beads.
We should make a thing that says rare.
Rare, I know, right? Flashed across the screen. Rare.
If you bought this by the whole strand, it's over $200. Just so you know.
So we have that we're willing to part with 4 of these lots.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm not giving up everything.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 10? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's 10 here. 10 beads. There are 4 that we're parting with for $10.
I'm not dead yet.
So these are only $1 a bead, which is pretty incredible.
Mm-hmm. We used to sell these more in the store.
And if they did make it to the store, they probably would be more.
Mm-hmm. We had this one dude. He came in every. He was a UPS driver, and he used to come in every day. And he said, "Did you get some more chevron beads? Did you get some more chevron?" I was like, "I don't get. These are rare."
He's like, "You bring my deliveries. You know I didn't get anything today."
I was like, these are rare. This is not like you're gonna find this every day.
Right.
So and then one day I did. I parceled it out, and he lost his mind. He used to bodybuild, and he would make these like little leather necklaces, and he'd go by the pool and then like seduce the women.
I forgot about him, Billy. I forgot about him.
You think I'm making stuff up?
I know you don't, but like now that you say that, I know exactly who you're talking about.
And then you started shaving his head. I said, "We cannot be twins." And the other ladies in the shop just started laughing because
he's ripped and and Andrew is not. Watermelon chevrons. Neither am I, y'all. Neither am I. AB 24. $10 for 10 beads of these watermelon chevron beads. 4 lots available. You can claim all 4 if you put AB 24 times 4. And then if no one got it before you, you get all 4. It's a great deal. Believe me. All right. So that was intermission. How'd you like it?
That way y'all don't get completely concussed.
So that was a little intermission. Now we're going to go back to some strands.
Put people to sleep.
No, we don't have that many yet.
And now we're going to lull them into...
Don't go to sleep yet.
Sleep time with Andrew TT and Billy MJ.
Keep sending those emails. All right, so you see the price decrease. That also means the size of the beads have decreased a little bit. So we're going to AB 25, $14. But what didn't decrease is the length of these strands, y'all. So you're still getting 11 to 12 inches times 2. So 22 to 24 inch strands. It's just the size of the beads are a little smaller. You're getting some different detail on the beads, different kind of beads. There's only 1 strand of each of these available. This is AB 25 for $14.
These ones you have to pay a little bit more attention to. I feel like the last bunch, they're all pretty much, there's probably like 12 that are like the same. And then these ones are more different. They're different with the pattern. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, numbers are dropping. People are dropping out.
They fell asleep.
They fell asleep. AB 26.
More of the same cast.
Yeah, these are pretty cool. These are longer tubes. Only $14 a strand. They're just not as big as the last batch was.
If you like big, we got big coming.
Yep, we got big coming. We got different coming. We got higher end stuff coming.
Tomorrow we got big.
Big.
Tonight we have bigger. But I didn't when I didn't pick, sometimes I don't like to have like two jumbotrons, you know, because if you go do that,
Oftentimes, the very, very large ones we divide up into smaller lots.
mm-hmm. Like I'm not afraid of big beads, but I do like to not have my aura constricted.
This is one of my favorite strands. I like these colors, all the different colors in there.
You know what it reminds me of? What's that cartoon character from the 80s? It's blonde headed. Is it Rainbow Bright? No, that's not Rainbow Bright. What's the one that's like Rainbow Bright? It would wear that kind of white and blue and like brown.
I don't know if I know that.
And she had like a pony.
This is AB27, My Little Pony.
I thought that the My Little Pony was just a pony people.
Lena says, I want to see the chunky chunk beads.
You got it.
Tomorrow.
Some of them, it just depends what you decide is big. Because I was on a meeting earlier tonight, and we were talking about making this collaborative sculpture, and they're like, yeah, well, what? And I was like, most of us are jewelers, right? It's not going to be ginormous.
Right. When we say big, we mean like 8 inches max.
And they were like, oh, well, I was thinking we would make something that's like 40 feet by 20 feet. I was like, who?
Who's doing that work?
Because we have a couple blacksmiths, and their scale is different.
Yeah. All right. That was AB28. We have two 29s. So one's going to be 29A. I'm going to change that. Do I have the...
There should be a pen up there.
So this is weird because I lost a bag and then I found a bag. So this is AB29A. AB29A.
Who's the ones that's friends with Strawberry Shortcake?
I didn't know all them, so I don't know. Anybody out there know the answer? Y'all can answer too. This is a audience participation show. You didn't know that, did you?
Yeah, that way if you're not interested in beads, you can still watch.
Yeah, we still try to have some interest for people who are like, oh my goodness. Pat says blueberry muffin.
That was the blue one. What was the blonde-headed one? Because there is.
This is regular AB29.
I know Sheila would know.
I thought strawberry shortcake was the pink and blonde-headed one.
No, she's red-headed.
Oh,
she has a pink hat.
That would make sense.
And then there's blueberry whatever.
Blueberry muffin.
And she had blue hair. And then their friend was blonde-headed, and she had blue clothes and like red stars. What food item is she?
What food item is she? Says Miss Cupcake question mark? I don't know.
I'll Google that.
We're gonna find out. Andrew's getting the Google out.
I can't not know now.
Lemon meringue, says Ann. Ann says lemon meringue. AB30. Coming up. This is $18. We've graduated to a larger size. These beads are generally close to 20 millimeters or so, a little bit over, and they're much thicker at close to almost 10 millimeters thick. So these are much larger, but the strands are still 11 to 12 inch times 2, so 22 to 24 inch strands. AB30, $18 per strand. Hello, Harry. Thanks for joining in today. Good to see you here. These are more of the sand cast Ghana African beads. What was it?
I'm still looking.
Oh, you're still looking. He's like, I gotta feed you another bag.
No, because I'm like, I got a little bit confused.
Wait, that was 30?
Wait, what is it? 30.
This is 33.
31.
Ooh, these are nice. These should be more. These are, just by the weight, I feel like these should be more money than that. $18. Look at how nice these are. You almost have a cross on them in this blue and brown. Like, these are big beads. Not big. Not like we're gonna see, but like that's a gigantic strand. Like if I just sold these beads for $1 in the store, which we do often. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's like a third of the strand, y'all. So super good deal on these beads tonight.
That's why I don't recognize them. They remade the cartoon in the early 2000s. I was like, that's not what that character looks like. Where are their cute hats? Now they got their hair ironed.
Oh, yeah,
And
because
they
they used to have the big, like, baker's hats or something, right? Am I thinking of the same thing?
It's not a baker's hat. It's like when the people go to sleep, you know,
Oh,
the whole
I
time.
was thinking there was one that had, like, the baker hat or something. AB32, $18. Pat says, I agree, lemon meringue.
See, look, this one's shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's a new one.
That's the new, everybody see the new version? That's the new version of Blueberry Muffin. Who knew?
That's not like my childhood.
Yeah, where's the 80s version of Blueberry Muffin? Let's see a difference.
Oh, they animated them too. Huh. And the 80s. Well, she got an upgrade maybe.
Yeah, that's the one I remember. There it is.
She looked like a little bit homeless.
Just in today's look, that was big back then. So there's Blueberry Muffin that probably most of us remember.
And I was like, who's this?
Right? Okay, let's continue showing you this. This is a neat strand here. 33, AB 33, $18. Look, we're just an hour in and we're already up to number 33. That's like a record for us. Normally we're just getting done with the talk.
Go Speed Racer.
Normally we're starting at 1 right about now.
Go Speed Racer.
I know.
Those ones were different. They were kind of orangey.
Yeah, I like those too. Those are a good color. But I like these ones that look like crosses. Or fleur-de-lis sometimes when they come up like that.
Do you remember the toys? From the 80s?
I remember a lot of toys from the 80s, but I never had those.
We used to have this great vintage toy shop in town.
Oh, it was like a blast from the past.
But the only thing though is like I don't know if I need.
Yeah, I wanted it all, but I was like, what am I going to do with it all if I get it all? It was one of those, like, you want the toys you grew up with or weren't able to get when you grew up, but then you're like, but I'm not going to play with them, and I'm not going to buy these expensive toys to let, like, nieces and nephews play with them. No. So,
all right.
We have enough collectibles in our house.
As you can probably tell, if you saw the floor... William, he gave me a talking to about this room.
My room.
And it's like, it's our room.
It's turned into our room. This used to be my office. So these are probably some of my favorites of the whole night.
They're rare.
They're rare. You don't get many of them in the lot.
We
Sorry.
did this on purpose.
But this is we had to break them up because the whole strand itself probably, well, you see there's 12 of these lots available, $10 a lot. The strand would have been $120. Andrew did a quick little poll online to see if people wanted bigger strands or smaller lots, and it seemed like people felt they could design better and not be, fixated on having to use all of it. When we had smaller lots
Show
of
the
these more
beads.
expensive ones. I'm getting there. These are going to be Venetian crumb beads from the 1800s.
Late 1800s.
And they look like these.
They're older than me.
Yes, they are, Andrew.
Yeah, they are.
And you get 5 beads for $10. They do vary in size. They vary in color.
You know, these beads are more well traveled than I am.
Right.
They started off in Italy and then went to Africa, and then they were traded, and then they're here.
And said the cross beads remind me a little like if a sandcast bead and a Java French cross bead had a baby, right? Yeah, they're really cool. Lennis says, I have my Buffy and Farscape dolls. That's cute.
Have you noticed everybody's talking about Buffy right now?
Buffy? No, I have not noticed that, but
I guess they came out with, so after the show ended, they came out with a series of comic books, and that was going to be like a season 8. And so then they they made them talk or something, and then they made that into a cartoon.
Huh.
And then there's a new audiobook with the original cast.
Oh.
Some of the original cast.
Sharon asks, are you still live? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. This is AB35. $10. Woo! As I throw them across the floor.
And it survived.
It survived. No harm done.
I mean, wouldn't that be something if it
just shattered? Be like, don't do that, everybody. We're down to 11 lots now. No. We still have 12 lots of these. Again, this whole strand would have been $120. We figured instead of one person getting all of them, we give up to 12 of you a chance to get these little crumb beads from the 1800s, the late 1800s.
So these are kind of like German sugar beads, if you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about, or you just think I make stuff up? So basically what they do is they take the frit and they roll the hot glass in the crumbs, and then they melt the crumbs down, and that's kind of the sugar fire.
Okay, y'all. These are bracelets. AB36, $12. They are bracelets. These are knotted in between.
I have this idea.
I'm going to show you. We have 4 lots. I'm going to show you the 4 lots just so you can see. They're very similar. Instead of making you go through each one by one again, we did group these. So we have 4. You can see how similar they are. And you get one of them for $12. There's up to 4 available. That's what that number means. If you're just tuning in, how you can claim is scrolling across the bottom. We do invoice via Square only for these. So we will send you a Square invoice once we go through our emails, and we'll let you know what you were able to get. It is AB36, $12.
These ones were made in Ghana.
That is what these ones look like. AB37. This is a mix.
They're only one of that SpongeBob SquarePants friend.
Right? So we have one of these available, AB37, $12. I think either somebody got cloned or we have let's see here. Okay. So there you go. AB37, $12.
You give a scam.
Yeah, I think I got them out.
Are there
And
any colors that y'all like?
are you looking for any particular colors, everybody? So anything you'd like to claim, send us that email, just like it's saying, scrolling across the bottom of your screen. That's the only way to claim these tonight. AB38 are these, or is this? There's only one, $12. These are made bracelets already, but at this price, you're getting a lot of beads for that price. You could take them apart and use them just as the beads are. Sharon says looking for red and purple.
The hardest color.
Yes, the most expensive colors too.
We did have some red. There's no purple. Well, maybe.
So
These
AB
are
38,
kind of, the one kind
$12.
of looks purple. Or is that my eyes?
Hmm?
That
This
pink
is
and purple.
no, this is pink and black.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Shine your bright flashlight on it.
It is black. Never mind.
AB39 are these red, white, and blue and black. I feel like these aren't colors you see very often.
They look more like the fabric too. You notice that?
Yeah. These are like, normally we don't get African beads in that are these colors together. So these are different. A lot of these are. So there we go. AB39, $12. If you like what you see, send us an email with, for example, AB39 in the subject line to info@allegorygallery.com. First come, first serve. We take the emails as they file into the email inbox. You gotta act quick if you want the ones you want sometimes, but it's fun that way, right?
I blame Candy Cooper for these. Because for a while she was really into them stretch bracelets.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I like stretch bracelets too. So I try to find different ones.
Sharon's asking, what are the African beads made of? These are glass. Glass. AB40, $12. I like these a lot. And as you can see, comparatively, these are pretty chunky. We're getting chunkier tonight. And I love it.
This one's different from the last one because the middle bead is different.
AB41. So you're not only getting the big beads, but you get these beads, these little rondelles too. And these are blue, right? These look like cobalt. Maybe? Yeah, I think so. So there you go. These are bracelets again, but these could be taken apart easily. But look how big those holes are. If you want to use leather, you're going to be fine because look how big that stretch cord is going through there. So these are already bracelets. You can leave them like that if you want, or you can take these apart and mix and match them, remix and match them, and use them however you'd like. AB41, $12. Only one of that lot available. Ooh, these are a pretty color. These are like a light, I don't know, like a gray green. At least they look green to me. Are they green? like a grayish, greenish, bluish color, like a seafoam kind of color. They have that green in there too. AB42, $12. Harry says the pink looks like bubblegum. Yeah, they are bubblegum like.
What's that candy called? Bazooka Chew?
Bubblicious, Bazooka Chew. Yeah, the shredded.
No, not the shredded one.
Not the chew one.
What's
Bazooka is the one that comes with the comics.
What's the one that came and it was like a hot, like if you got an old one, you would chip your teeth on
That's the Bazooka. They had a comic wrapped around them, but they got hard as rocks. Now this one's a little bit similar to the last one, but it doesn't have the green one in the middle. It has the same kind of three together. This is AB43, $12. Jermaine says, I think the pink looks like sliced hot dogs. That's funny. I could see that too. Like I said, these are great. You're getting a lot of beads. Like you figure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 big ones. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 21 small ones for $12. Way less than $1 a bead. So great deal, even if you're taking these apart and not using them as a finished piece for yourself. But they would make a great gift already done. For anybody you're looking for shopping for the holidays, you want something nice from Africa, good deal. Where are these made again? Most of these are Ghana glass. AB44. This one's very different. We have 2 of these available. Sorry, everybody. 2 of these available. Let me show you what it looks like. This up close. AB44. I'll show you the other one real quick, just so you can see they are similar. You will get one of those 2 if you claim it. AB44. AB45. $12. There are 2 of these available as well. This is kind of a, I'm going to pull this away. These are kind of an orangey peachy. They may look more pink, but I think in reality they're orangey peachy. Maybe that's, I think it's coming across pretty good on my screen with yellow, black, and white. And again, AB45, $12 each. There are 2 of this color available. I'll show you the other one here too. Very similar. AB46. There are 3 of these available. And these are all ones that if they don't sell here, they're going to go in the store probably as bracelets. And I'm sure these will sell out pretty quickly. And just to show you, we have 3 of those available. Very similar, all of them. All right. AB46. Only $12, y'all. Crazy. Ooh, these are nice. AB. These are a beautiful brown color. AB47, $12. Brown, yellow, black, and white. Those are really pretty. I like that a lot. I love brown and black together. And there's the other strand, just so you can see, or other bracelet, whatever you want to call it. So you're looking at like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 beads, just about $1 a bead. Those are worth well beyond $1 a bead on those. But we got a good deal, so we're passing that good deal on to you. AB48. And maybe you were like, where's that yellow color we've been loving so much tonight?
Where's the yellow?
Well, here it is, y'all. Here it is. And actually, these ones have different center ones. So really, these should be different lots. But if you don't mind, if you mind, see, this one has the blue cobalt in the middle. This one has the brown and white. If you care, you can let us know when you claim AB48 which one you prefer. Otherwise, we'll pick for you. But just to show you the difference again, this one has a blue rondelle, a cobalt blue, whereas this one has the brown and white rondelle in between. Kind of those Christmassy like ones. Green, red, yellow. So there you have it. 2 of those. Available AB48. We're rapid firing tonight, y'all. This is not usual. Like, I'm forcing myself to go faster. Trying to remind myself, go fast, William. Because normally we sit and study everything, right? AB49 are these. These are kind of a lemony yellow. Let me take that light away, or that light blocker away. These are very lemony yellow, which is strange for, I guess not. They do make, like, often with orange, you get this color, but to see it in a full bead by itself is a pretty unusual, I think. So AB49, $12 only. And we're giving you the best prices we can on these. After we do this show, anything that Andrew doesn't take back into his collection might pop into the online store. And if I have to take all the pictures and do all the stuff to get it into the online store, generally the prices go up a little bit. All right. Because that adds to what we have to do to prepare them to go out into the world. So these have the cobalt blue with the red, white, and blue rondelles with that beautiful pink color. Look how bright. It's really nice. Really nice color on these solid beads in these bracelets. You can tell that they were kind of made and picked to create a finished piece. Because they're really vibrant and they really stand out. So if you were wearing this as a bracelet, they would really stand out a lot better. Now I gotta get that back off. So this is AB50, $12. One of those available in that color. Ooh, these are nice.
Korobo.
Korobo?
Came from Ghana. Krobo.
All right, this is another one. You can tell me if you care which one you get. AB51. You have one of these with 3 of the black and whites in between and the rondelles. It's kind of this kind of granity color. Love that. We also have where they have, let me see. It's like that purpley brown color in between. So just so you can see, this one has 3 of the black and white rondelles. This has 2 with a kind of deep amethyst rondelle in between. If you care which one you want, you can let me know. If you claim these AB51, if you don't care, then you don't care. Either way is good, right? AB51, $12. This beautiful gray. Oh, these are nice. These are really nice. AB52. Yellows with greens. Look at those green rondelles. Try and set these down every once in a while, so if you're just tuning in, you can see the kind of size we're looking at on these. These are already made into stretch bracelets, but at $12, you're getting a lot of beads for $12. You can cut these apart and reuse them however you want. Don't feel bad about it.
I
Right.
was just going to add a charm to it.
What's that? Oh, you're just going to add a charm and be done. You could do that too. Make it easy. There you go, AB52.
Okay. Very different.
Oh, switching it up now. All right. AB53.
We
Ooh, that's a big strand.
we were gonna break this up, but then we didn't.
We just gave you a really good price on it.
Right. This one is actually longer than some of the ones we have in the store.
Yeah. So we normally sell these in the online store between $20 and $30. I think is what we've done before. This is probably a longer strand than many that we've sold that way, but we're doing it at $20. This is recycled glass from Ghana. We have one of these strands. This is the color, at least for now, for tonight. There's only one in this lot. It's kind of that it's a nice brown, almost it's a weird silvery brown. It's really pretty. I think you can see some of that color come through. Sometimes, I don't know, maybe it's from the ruler, but it's almost reflecting a little bit green. But this is recycled glass beads from, these are recycled glass beads from Ghana. And that's a long strand. This is over 24. This is probably 26 inches or so. $20 only. That's just buy that to have those beads in your collection at that price. That's a crazy good price. AB53. And we have 2 more lots to go tonight, y'all. And then we're going to say a quick goodbye and eat some pizza.
Now, these ones are rarer.
These are much more rare. You're going to notice the price difference in these as well. These are ancient Mali granite beads. We did the whole strand for you at a good price. So we think you're getting a good deal with these. Let me show you these. AB54 ancient Mali granite. And have you seen these before, everybody? Or is this something that's new to you? Look at the hole sizes on some of these. Ancient Mali granite. No,
These are, sometimes some of the people think they're over 1,000 years old. And they were excavated in the DJENNE Mali. And then if you're thinking about that, it's that place, it has a connection to Timbuktu, which is a real place.
Which is a real place. So this is AB54. We're going to try and sell the whole strand. We'll see if we have any takers on that.
We might break it up.
We might break it up if we don't, but don't always count on that, because if you know what these are, you know you're getting a good price with us. AB54, $75. We just don't know if any of our peeps out there have use for these, right? That's always the thing too, or even not. These are a good collectible thing. These are ancient Mali granite. AB54, $75. And then we move on to the last strand of the evening.
And these are bigger, but they're not the biggest.
Bigger, but definitely not the biggest. These are, again, ancient Mali granite. Bigger. So AB 55, 120 for the strand, ancient Mali granite, and whoo-wee, these are nice beads.
Granite is one of the hardest stones.
These are nice beads. So if you like the old beads, if you like the history of beads, if you want a connection to that real deep bead past, these are the kind of things you're probably looking for.
Yeah, this is like museum style. And now you can buy this.
Right.
Isn't that crazy? Like you can go to the fort here in town and they've got beads on display and you can actually come to our shop and buy stuff.
Buy those beads. Yeah.
Like those crumb beads, those are extremely rare.
So this is AB 55. There's one strand of this. This is a large strand. This is ancient Mali granite. Just to give you an idea, let me set these down here. Some of these beads are 10, 20, about 25 millimeter long. Some are a little bit even longer than that, going toward 10, 20, yeah, about 30 millimeter long, by about close to 13 millimeter wide or so. Lena says could make some talismanic jewelry with those.
Linus, I got some stuff you may be interested in.
So there you go. These are the largest of tonight, and certainly the most expensive of tonight, but the most rare of tonight as well.
I got some other stuff for tomorrow that's a little bit more spendy.
Kathy says, can you lay the last two strands together? Sure. Let's see if I can move this away a little bit so that we can keep this in the picture so you can still have that. And then you can see that. All right. Lena says tease.
That's my way.
Right.
You know that.
So you can see the $75 strand, they're a little bit more irregular. They're a little smaller. When you get into the 120, when you get into the little bit more money, they're much more regular as far as the shape, and they're much larger. Great deals for both of them. Just depends what you're looking for and what your budget is, maybe. But if you want some of these, you're going to use them smaller. You can only get that on this smaller strand. But if you want the large ones, I think this one maybe, and this is the biggest you're going to get on this one. And they're pretty much all chunkier on this one. All right. So there you go. We hope you like that tonight. If you like that, you're going to love tomorrow. So make sure you tune in. You're getting advance notice. We're going to put a banner up sometime during the day tomorrow to let people know that we're doing more African beads. Maybe I'll put it up tonight. Maybe we'll get way ahead of things. Who knows? But there you go. I'm not going to even turn the camera back around. We're going to go eat, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for staying late with us. I'm going to go take my vitamins, take my pills, eat my pizza, and have hopefully a great night ourselves too.
Y'all like the late nights?
Yeah, you like the late nights?
If you prefer the late nights, we might try it.
We're probably going to be coming at you, though, around 5-ish tomorrow with tomorrow's stuff, because Andrew's going to be on the road, and I am going to be doing the show. He's leaving me notes like he did on these, and we're going to do that show together. So probably closer to 5 o'clock tomorrow, just
And
because
don't you be rooting for my stuff while I'm not here.
we'll see. And I have to edit the Saturday morning tutorial tomorrow night, so that's why I'm going to be doing the show early, like our normal time, 5:30 ish. All right. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful night. Teresa likes the late night. Anne says usually can't stay up this late. Just happen to have off tomorrow. Thank you all. Have an amazing evening. Bye, everybody.
See ya.